The town of Red Hollow was little more than dust, weathered wood, and stubborn hope. It sat quietly beneath a wide western sky, the kind that made a person feel small and honest all at once. Emma had lived there her whole life, helping her father run the boarding house, watching travelers come and go like the seasons. Most never stayed long enough to be remembered. Then one evening, as the sun sank low and painted the road gold, a lone cowboy rode into town. His horse was worn, his clothes dusty, and his eyes carried the look of a man who had seen too much of the road. Emma noticed him from the porch, the way he slowed when he reached the boarding house, as if something had told him to stop there. His name was Caleb Wright. He spoke politely, didn't say more than necessary, and paid for a room with coins that had clearly traveled far. He was meant to stay one night. But one night turned into two. Then three. Caleb helped mend a broken fence behind the boarding house. Emma brought him coffee in the mornings. Their conversations were simple at first, about the weather, the horses, the quiet of the town, but slowly, something deeper grew between the pauses. Caleb had a calm presence, steady and warm, like a fire that didn't burn too hot but never went out. Emma found herself smiling more than she had in years. In the evenings, they walked beyond town where the prairie stretched endlessly, the wind carrying the scent of grass and freedom. Caleb spoke of the places he'd been, though he left out the hard parts. Emma spoke of her mother, long gone, and of dreams she rarely shared with anyone. Beneath the vast sky, their hands found each other naturally, as if they'd always belonged there. One evening, as the sun melted into the horizon, Caleb stopped walking. He looked at Emma, really looked at her, like he was memorizing her face. "I don't stay in places long," he said quietly. "The road's all I've ever known." Emma nodded. She had known this moment would come. "I ain't good at promises," Caleb continued. "But if I ever make one, I keep it." Trouble came soon after. A cattle drive needed experienced hands. The pay was good, the route dangerous. Caleb knew he had to go. On the morning he left, the town was still and silent. Emma walked with him to the edge of Red Hollow, to the old cottonwood tree that had stood there longer than anyone could remember. Caleb took her hands. "I'll come back," he said. "No matter how long it takes." Emma slipped a ribbon from her dress into his palm. "So you don't forget," she whispered. He closed his fingers around it like it was something sacred, kissed her once, slow and full of unspoken words, and rode away. Days turned into weeks. Weeks into months. Dust storms rolled through. Travelers passed with rumors and stories, none of them mentioning Caleb. People told Emma not to wait, that cowboys rarely returned, that promises were easy to make and easier to break. But every evening, she lit the porch lamp. She watched the road as the sun went down, holding on to hope like it was the only thing keeping her standing. One evening, when the light was fading and doubt had nearly settled in her heart for good, she saw movement in the distance. A horse. Then a rider. As he came closer, she recognized him before her mind dared believe it. Caleb looked thinner, his face marked with new scars, but his eyes were the same. They found hers instantly. He dismounted, walking toward her slowly, like he was afraid she might disappear. "I told you," he said softly. "I'd come back." Emma didn't answer. She stepped forward and wrapped her arms around him, holding on like she'd waited her whole life for that moment. And this time, he stayed.